Kick away then over the straight steering mile. Cape Cross a little bit slow to go. Early on, Shiitake takes the early lead with up on the outside Grapeshot, the very dark jacket. Sitting in behind them, we've got Desert Story and Pelham with the red sleeves, and then Air Express and Cape Cross and Monza. And the back marker is Running Stag as they make their way through the first furlong and a half. And the leader is Grapeshot. Pat Edery is setting this one alight and has gone on by a couple of lengths to Shiitake. Took a keen hold going down to the start with the starred sleeves. The red sleeves is Pelham, the blue cap Desert Story. The dark colours shaded from this camera angle is Air Express. The spotted cap is Monza, and then Cape Cross, and the back marker is Running Stag. Running a bit flat at this stage possibly, but certainly in the deep end here. Come down towards the 4 furlong marker, halfway in the City Index Craven, and it's Grapeshot who leads to Shiitake the outside, and then Desert Story. Pelham's wide on the course. Air Express is running a bit free. Look at Cape Cross, maroon white sleeves, making ground now on the outside under Frankie Dettori, and the horse is running away under Frankie, but still Pat Edery has the lead on Grapeshot to Shiitake in second, and now he's committed. Now he goes on past the 2 furlong marker in the blue. Desert Story's got the cover, the manoeuvre covered with up on the outside Cape Cross with a run now. They come down inside the final furlong. It's still Grapeshot who has it. Here comes Desert Story on the outside. Cape Cross tries to lengthen and use that giant stride inside the final furlong. Grapeshot passed now by Desert Story who goes on. Cape Cross is closing with every stride up towards the line. Desert Story holds it by a length at the line. It's Desert Story. Desert Story wins it to Grapeshot second, then Cape Cross third, Air Express 4. That's the first 4 in the City Index Craven Stakes. It's a win for number 1, Desert Story, in the colours of Maktoum Al Maktoum, trained by Michael Stout and ridden by Mick Kinnan. Second horse home is number 4, Grapeshot, trained here at Newmarket by Luca Cumani and ridden by Pat Edery. Third is number 3, Cape Cross, trained here at Newmarket by John Gosden, ridden by Frankie Dettori. The 5-2 favourite has won this City Index Craven. The only reservation I have about this is that all 8 were close up at the line, but it was Desert Story that had the kick inside the final furlong, just to quicken up and go on the stronger than on the right Grapeshot and on the left Cape Cross. Close call for second place, but the darker jacket at the bottom there, it's number 4 Grapeshot, with the pale sleeves Cape Cross, just a lengthen a bit back to Air Express, and the others close up behind.
The market told the story there. The 2 horses back to dominate the finish. Desert Story, it was a Burlington Bertie 130 chance in the offices this morning, back down to 5-2 favourite. It did touch 3-1 on the course. The runner-up, Grapeshot, good support for that, 7-2 second best, and the third favourite, Cape Cross, was third at 4-1. A Desert Story, the 30th favourite in 92 runnings for the Craven Stakes to win this century, for the first since Shardy 8 years ago, and before that in the 80s, Ashdal, Dancing Brave, Shadid and Leofan. And Desert Story gives Michael Stout his 6th Craven, all in the last 13 years. Al Nasser Al Rashik in 92, and in the 80s Shardy, Doyoun, Ashdal and Shadid won it for Michael Stout. And for Michael Kinnan, it's his 2nd Craven. He won with King's Theatre 3 years ago. And Desert Story, the 3rd horse in the 90s to win the Horace Hill at Newbury in the autumn, come on and win the Craven. The others were Painters Row and Tyrrell. So Desert Story, a fair performance there. Some of the critics will crab it, but it does go in, giving weight away, returned the 5